Honorable Nabii Daraja, the Member of Parliament of the vast Lugari constituency in Kakamega County, is a first-time Member of Parliament who has created an admirable impact in his constituency with a keen and deliberate focus on raising the education standards of the great people of Lugari constituency. Elected under the ODM ticket in the 2022 general elections, Honorable Nabii Daraja kicked off his term with an aim of improving school infrastructure within the region.
There are two things that are the driving force behind my ensuring that we invest heavily in the education sector. Number one is our realization as a people that the only equalizer we have is education. The only open door for a son or a daughter of a poor man, of the less privileged, is if he gets quality education and therefore is able to, on his own, attain qualifications and certifications that can make him compete favorably on the job market. And not only compete, but is able to adapt to different environments in the country, including opening up his own horizon of thinking, interaction with the public, interaction with the outside market. And I realized that education would provide us the platform to compete.
In this approach, the Member of Parliament, through the National Government Constituency Development Fund, that is NGCDF, is constructing story buildings and other permanent structures, with such structures distributed across different wards and schools in Lugari constituency.
It is that after that realization, then we checked and found that we were not doing well. Actually, we are at the bottom of the pyramid in the county. And therefore, we did a SWOT analysis when I took over power. We did a SWOT analysis, and we realized that one of the reasons is that the learning environment was very harsh. As you will realize if you go to Lugari, I have schools that not only don't have shelter, they don't have desks. I inherited schools that kids, people's children, were infested with jiggers. So I needed a kind of a Marshall Plan to replace mud-walled structures and lack of structures with modern classrooms, to replace condemned, like Mugunga when you primary, and Mlimani Primary.
Mlimani Primary is an old school. It started in 1963. The school has been in a bad shape, but we want to thank Mheshimiwa, our Honorable Nabii Nabwera, who has come up with school programs to make sure that the schools are up, and he has pumped in Mlimani Primary 2.5 million shillings towards the renovation of 6 classrooms. The teachers are happy, the learners are happy, and the community at large is happy. So Mheshimiwa, we want to thank you. We appreciate you for your goodwill, for the good support, and we urge you to continue doing so, as we promise that all will be well in the Lugari constituency.
Those structures are condemned, so we had to find a way to recover and get habitable, quality structures for conducive learning. And then we subjected our SWOT analysis to public participation, which led us to a strategic plan, which you've seen. And all what we are doing is to implement, operationalize the strategic plan. It's a very heavy expenditure. CDF can't fund that. But as you went through Lugari, you must have seen a mix of projects. I've even attracted a donor in one of the schools, Mahukuni. We are doing in partnership with a donor who has put in 4 million, and we are putting in 14 million.
They were ready to give 4 million because they were going to use that 4 million to build 4 classrooms. Then Mheshimiwa said, no, not less than a ghorofa. Let us just, because the school has no infrastructure which are permanent, so let us have a ghorofa, and a ghorofa of 8 classrooms. They came to an agreement whereby they had to start a ghorofa. So the Hongera people were to give 4 million. The community 400,000 through sand, bricks, water, then manpower. So they were to give 400. So the remaining, now this ghorofa, the remaining is funded by Mheshimiwa, which is around 14 million. In fact, children are really working hard because they know they don't want to let down Mheshimiwa plus the Hongera Foundation.
We want to say Mheshimiwa has done a lot with the partnership of the Hongera Foundation. Now the school has attracted so many learners, and I'm very sure by the time this building will be being handed over to the school officially, the population of the school is also going to rise just because of what will be happening on the ground. So we promise that with this and another help that will come from the commission, the school will be very far. It will be a place of excellence.
We've just signed an MOU with Kenya Commercial Bank, and I want to thank the KCB Foundation for agreeing to do for us 4 classrooms for Lake Basin as CDF does 4, and for agreeing to renovate for us.
My name is David Songa Masai, the head teacher of this school. The school initially was started in the year 1933. It is a very old school. Things were looking at least pathetic. We didn't have enough classrooms. Even the ones that we had were not friendly to the learners. So when we had a message that the area MP was going to provide us with a building, a wonderful building, a storied building with the 8 classrooms, 4 classrooms, that is the ground classrooms, then 4 classrooms, the first floor. The building is now has reached the wall plate. They want to make that is another slab, the first floor. So we are very happy.
Okay, this is Mohalanya Primary School. I'm the deputy head teacher of this school. This is a school that is carrying a big population in the community, and most students come from around, from this area here. So when you look at beside me, you can see there is some shambles here, meaning the building was here and it collapsed because it was condemned, and because of that condemnation, it was not fit for the learners to use. And I want to thank Mheshimiwa Nabii for coming in handy immediately. When they collapsed, behind me you can see we have 2 buildings here. Initially, these buildings were in bad shape, but they were used for junior secondary school for grade 7. So we are expecting grade 8 next year. So you can see the buildings looking very nice. It was not looking like this. This is the work of Mheshimiwa Nabii, and I want to appreciate that for that good work. because currently my learners who are grade 7 in that class are really enjoying. I've seen even they are encouraged even to perform better than the way they used to do. Now, there is some renovation that are going on the other side of the school up there, which initially it was ECD and special unit. So there is renovation that is taking place there, 2 classes. And we also have CBC grade 1 and grade 2. Renovation has already been taken. When you see here, there was an administration block which collapsed. Now this shows that in the near future, I'm just giving it like 3 months, we'll have a very beautiful administration block here. And because he's a man of his words, I want to appreciate, before even that administration block comes up, what he has already done on the ground. It is seen by the community and the people around. Teachers are encouraged, teachers are motivated to work. And the face of the school has already changed. So I want to appreciate Mheshimiwa for that, because just for this few time that we have seen the change, the roundabout or the change, the face of the school changing, I've also seen even the enrollment of the learners has started going up. So I know maybe by the end of the year, coming next year, we might have even an enrollment of around 600 students and above. So mine is to appreciate Mheshimiwa. He's doing good work, and the people of this Mukhalanya, the community of Mukhalanya at large, they have something to speak about the Mheshimiwa. He's somebody who is development conscious, and he has the child at heart, especially education. Education is the backbone of our community and the society. It is my wish that we even give him the next higher position. And I know people are listening to me today. Support Mheshimiwa Nabii Nabwera. He has a good plan for our future and has good plan for our children and our society. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
CTF ilianza pata miaka 20 iliyopita katika uendelezaji wa miundo msingi katika shule. Mheshimiwa Nabii amechukua hatamu ya uongozi ya eneo hili la ubunge la Lugari, na baada tu ya mwaka mmoja tumeweza kupata hapa madarasa 3, na tunahakika kwamba ako na nia njema. Miradi ambayo ameanzisha ni miradi misito ambayo inakarimu pesa mingi. Hata sisi tunashindwa ni vipi ameweza kufaulu kuanzisha hiyo miradi yote. Kuna madarasa ya makorofa, kuna madarasa ya mengine, lakini ameweza kuanzisha hii miradi yote na inaendelea sawa sawa. Hatuna upungufu wa kifedha. Hata mradi huu imebaki kama wiki 2 hivi tutakuwa tunamalizana nao. Pesa zote za mradi huu aliwahi kulipa safari moja. Kwa hivyo sisi tunataka tu kumuhimiza aendelee hivyo, pia akipata nafasi atatukumbuka ili atuongezee mradi huo.
Mheshimiwa Nabii amekuja ametumalisia darasa ambalo lilikuwa limekwama kwa muda mrefu. Natumai ya kwamba mwaka kesho inapoanza, angalau wanafunzi wetu wa darasa la 7, la grade la 7 watakuwa na mahali pa kusomea comfortably. Tunamshukuru kabisa kwa sababu ametuletea mtihani wa constituency, and I'm sure with that wanafunzi wetu watafanya vizuri sana. Na tunatumai ya kwamba kuna maendeleo mengine mengi yenye ametupangia. Kitambo muda wake uishe, tutakuwa tumefurahia wake.
Before the project that is ongoing, this project behind me or in my background, which was supported by CDF under the headship of our Honorable Nabii Nabwera, we've been having a shortage of classrooms. If you look just next to the gates, we have some sheds which are makeshift classrooms for our classes, like from class 1 up to 4, up to 5, have been using those sheds as their classes. So we had temporal mud classrooms with earthen floors, which were blown away with the wind during the rains. When the MP, our current area MP, took over, he visited the school and realized the problems that my pupils were encountering. You discover that the sheds are not mud walled. The walls are just open, apart from the roofs, which are low. The sheds are open. That during the rains, anytime the rains start, that marks the end of learning. So we have had those challenges, and I want to thank the MP for being visionary after coming in and declaring that his core business in lugari as an area MP is education. The first core business is education, the second business is education, and the third business is education. He decided to come and give us a total of 8 classrooms, which is storied at a cost of 20 million shillings.
The area MP, who is Mr. Nabii, has proved to be our big savior. And in fact, it is very, very fantastic. Just like joking, he has come up with 8 classrooms that are in a storage building. And the building is being constructed at a very nice pace. We, as the teachers of Locho Primary School, are very, very, very happy about the area MP. And when the building started, we thought he was just joking. But he's proving to be somebody who is education-oriented. He has made several marks within a scope of 1 year. What Mheshimiwa has done to this community is going to enhance education. And more people are going to be educated because we shall be having a good environment. Let him keep up with what he's doing, and God should bless him.
My name is Humphrey Amisi Isigi, the Deputy Head Teacher of Tekoa Primary School. First of all, I want to thank Mheshimiwa, Mr. Nabii, or Honorable Nabii, for the efforts for the education changes within the Lugari sub-county. There's an 8 classes story building that is being constructed in our school, and we are very happy about the same issue. Initially, the school had some mud classes, and it looked very bad. So, Honorable Nabii, I want just to tell you to keep up. We are just behind you, and we know with these projects, we are going to transform education in Lugari sub-county.
My name is Satula Juma. I'm a teacher from Nabii Primary School, which started this year by our MP. And as a community, we are very proud of this school because it has assisted the community too much. We are looking forward to have more development at this school because for now we only have 2 classrooms which cater for the ECD and grade 1. And the next year we need to have another classroom for the ECD because the school is going to have the next class, that is grade 2. So far, where the school has reached now, we are very proud that we started with the 1 acre of land, and I think we were added another half an acre. What is the name of your school? Nabii Primary School.
My name is Wambasi Michael Shoka, the principal of Lukova Comprehensive School. It's a privilege that we've met you today here to highlight on a few issues that Mheshimiwa has put in place to assist this community here. Firstly, Mheshimiwa has promised to renovate the 8 classrooms in the school. As you can see, they are in pathetic conditions. Looking at the classrooms, the floors are dilapidated, the roofs are almost being worn out, and we are grateful that Mheshimiwa has pledged to put a terrazzo on all the floors and then to work on the roofs. So renovation is about to take place, and we are very grateful about that. Secondly, we have the second school that is here that is entirely depending on the primary section. The primary section, we are running the second school that has got only 1 classroom, and it's hosting 2 classes, that's Form 1 and Form 2s. Mheshimiwa has also pledged to put up 2 classes for the second section and buy land for the same second section in this financial year. So that's what we are having here to look over. And even looking at the land around, it's not enough. The playgrounds, we don't have enough. So we are congested here. We are appealing to Mheshimiwa, if possible, apart from renovation of classrooms, he can also think of expansion of the same.
Majina yangu ni Alice Zakayo, nikiwa head teacher Mahiga Primary School. Tunashukuru Mheshimiwa ametuletea project ya gorofa 8-story classrooms. Na ametuahidi pia, naona project inaendelea vizuri. So tunashukuru Mheshimiwa ame-enlighten this area. We had no classrooms, zilikuwa chache, but we are happy hii kiisha, we will have enough classrooms.
I'm Femina Mwasame, the head teacher Sango PAG Primary School in Matete Sub-County in Lugari constituency. As a school in Lugari constituency, we are happy with what our MP is doing as far as education is concerned. Akona initiative inaitwa Ondoa Matope katika constituency yetu, na tunashukuru sana kwa sababu tunajua shule yetu ya Sango alishaijengea mradi wa CDF, ushajenga madarasa 3, lakini tuna matumaini kwamba yale madarasa mengine ya matope ambayo mnaona hapa, tunamngoja Mheshimiwa wetu kwa sababu ametuweka kwa mpango na atatujengea madarasa ya ghorofa.
In developing the infrastructure, I'm developing infrastructure for schools with disability. One of my mega projects, which I'm passionate about, is a dormitory for people living with disability at Mukuyu Special School. I can tell you that's going to be a dormitory of its own kind, I'm sure, in the region, and even we will equip it. I'm seeking special approval from NGCDF to allow me equip that to the level of a disability, because they need special beds, even the size. We have put there an ablution block inbuilt. I'm working with a lady called Nancy, who is a teacher at Bishop Sulumeti, but she has very good contact in the NGO world, donor system, so that we can attract more facilities and more resources for people living with disability. I'm also working with Kenya Institute of Special Education to ensure that they assess the facilities we have and recommend the areas of improvement.
My name is Evans Lodenyo Adalo, the teacher and the principal of Utumbu Primary School and the Junior Secondary School. Today, I want to say I'm very happy because this building that you are seeing behind me is our administration block. We started it in the year 2019, it was started by parents, but they did not have enough muscle to complete the building. Lucky enough, when our Honorable MP, Honorable Nabuera, was campaigning last year before the general elections 2022 August, we requested him if he goes through, he completes this administration block for us because it was completely stuck. Now when Mheshimiwa Nabuera went through, he came back here in the year 2022 in December, and I reminded him the same. So this year 2023, he assured me he's going to complete the office for us. And as you can see, the administration block is almost complete. They are now painting. Very soon we shall be there. So I want to thank Honorable Nabii Nabuera Daraja for saving us, because the parents they tried to their level best, but they could not complete the building.
Conscious of the existence of disabled and physically challenged population in Lugari constituency, Honorable Nabii has taken to it to ensure these unique citizens are factored in his plans, especially in relation to schools and amenities ideal for them.
In developing the infrastructure, I'm developing infrastructure for schools with disability. One of my mega projects, which I'm passionate about, is a dormitory for people living with disability at Mukuyu Special School. I can tell you that's going to be a dormitory of its own kind, I'm sure, in the region, and even we will equip it. I'm seeking special approval from NGCDF to allow me to equip that to the level of a disability, because they need special beds, even the size, even exactly. We have put an abolition block in build, which we want to develop it to the disability level. I'm working with a lady called Nancy, who is a teacher at Bishop Sulumeti, but she has very good contact in the NGO world, donor system, so that we can attract more facilities and more resources for people living with disability. I'm also working with Kenya Institute of Special Education to ensure that they assess the facilities we have and recommend the areas of improvement.
Mimi naitwa Bi Margaret Oltwati, mwalimu mkuu wa shule ya Mukuyu Special School for the Intellectually Challenged, shule ya watoto wenye mahitaji maalum. Kwa hii shule watoto wamekuwa kilala madarasani, na haya madarasa tuna ya kutosha. Tumewafinya tu madarasa 4 kwa darasa moja ili tuwe na nafasi ya watoto kulala. Nataka nikushukuru, uliweza kusikia kilio chetu na umetupea bweni ambalo liko nyuma yetu hapa. Hili bweni tayari, Mheshimiwa, it has really changed the attitude of the people from the community. Watu mawazo yao yamebadilika, wamefurahi na wanaona kwamba kumbe mtoto mwenye mahitaji maalum anaweza kuwekwa mbele. Thank you for being there for us, turning a disability into ability, and also making us feel as part of a whole and part of this community and the society at large.
Together with these infrastructural improvements, the Member of Parliament has initiated an inclusive plan called Academic Villages, through which he empowers needy students to join high school and higher learning institutions funded by the NGCDF, and partly through his personal contributions and stakeholders that he has managed to consolidate into his academic agenda.
If you provide facilities, a good classroom, a laboratory, a library, is that enough? The answer is no. You must also invest in the soft part of it, which is in the learning processes and systems. Now, and again, during the SWOT analysis, we realized a problem that for 5 years consecutively, my constituency had not registered quality grades. I could not get people to go to engineering or medicine. So we asked ourselves, what do we need to do? So again, I have an education advisory committee, which is chaired by Dr. Jalul Murunga, a senior lecturer at Eldoret University. That advisory committee has a lot of stakeholders. They advise me on how to manage educational issues. So I put before them an idea that my own innovation, that we need an academic village. And the question was, what constitutes an academic village? I said an academic village would be getting the top 10% of every secondary school together, and then looking at the top cream of the teaching fraternity all over the country to come and interact with these students. They are able to pick what is missing in our curriculum delivery, and therefore we use it to develop a matrix to advise our own teachers on the areas, the soft areas to look for in terms of teaching, so that we're able to get the students to improve their grades.
This is a purely day school with a population of 1,027 students. This year we have 206 candidates, and the school is performing well, courtesy of Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa has this school at heart. He has really helped this school in paying school fees. For example, this year, the school received a bursary of 526,500 for 117 students. That one has really helped the burden the parents have had. They have really appreciated. Parents are really happy with what Mheshimiwa is doing. This year we've had 2 academic villages, one for boys and girls, for boys at Kivaiwa Boys, and then for girls at Bishop Njenga, where Mheshimiwa welcomed chief examiners who were able to take students through what is expected of them during KCSE. I want to believe that with that, our boys and girls are going to perform well. Mheshimiwa organized for a big fundraising where we are able to raise 4.5 million towards completion of a multipurpose hall, which I think you can see behind me. The hall, the construction is ongoing. We've done terrazzo, and we are just awaiting completion.
Mheshimiwa has given us a condition that if we shall perform and attain A's, even 1A, he's promising to buy a school bus Scania in 2025.
My name is Nabii Madegwa. I'm the principal of Luhoho Girls, and I want to thank Mheshimiwa for accepting to be the patron of the school. He's concerned about the people of Lugari and the very poor girls. So in the school we have a class of 45 girls that have been sponsored by Mheshimiwa. The girls have got stories that if you listen to them, you would cry. Some of them came to school with empty boxes, but he assisted them. And some of them, most of them are single mothers, they don't have fathers. They have quite a number of stories, but we are grateful because these girls are doing so well. They have promised him that the lowest grade they can get is a B-, and we have seen some of them came low and they are rising up.
My name is Magdalene Naliaka. I come from Luhoho Girls, and I come from Luandedi Ward. I would like to thank our Honorable MP for paying for us school fees. Here I have my friends who come from different wards, and I would like to thank our Honorable Nabii for paying for us school fees, because some of us come from single parents, and I want to promise that I will work hard, and I want to be a surgeon.
We just want to thank him because in a few years' time we shall have women of substance from this school, and those women will be the children that Nabii has assisted, because they are bred girls. If he didn't pick them up, I'm sure they would be in the village, maybe as house girls, or they'll just be there not doing anything. And these girls are very grateful, and his class is a class that when they came, all the teachers wanted to teach them because they are bright. You only give them one word and they organize themselves. When we have any visitors in school and you decide that you want them to bring a presentation, the Form 1 girls will always do it. And we just want to thank him because those girls are going to do something. Some of them have gotten A's since they came, and they're still getting A's, and their parents would never have brought them to school. And some of the parents, when they were being told their children have got bursaries, some of them were crying in the office, some of them were kneeling, lifting up their hands. So I just want to thank him so much, and I hope he will not stop at now, that every year he will be having a class, he will be helping those poor people, because a good religion is helping the poor people. So as a school, we are very grateful, the teachers are grateful, because now they feel they are teaching, because these girls can even tell you when you have gone wrong. They can, and so we are very grateful about that. We're also grateful that when he came to this school the first time, and the girls had a bathroom without windows, and we told him about him, and he just told us that he was bringing somebody to do the windows, but it was a joke. But the next day we saw somebody, and he did for us the windows. We are very grateful, and he has visited us many times, and whenever he visits, the girls are grateful. They know they'll eat bread and there'll be meat for 3 or 4 days, sent to the teachers. So we just want to thank him. There's a building also that he saw. He looked at our roof and he closes his eyes whenever he comes here because of the roofs that are brown and old, and he promised he was going to do something. So he promised us 3.5 million. He has given us 2 million. We would have started on the project, but because of the Form 4s, the project we've not begun, but they've disconnected the electricity, which we know they are going to come and do it for us. The money is in the account, and so as soon as the exam is over, we are starting on that. And after that, there's another building also which has the staff room and 2 classes. He's also said he's removing those iron sheets. So we are very grateful for what he has done for us, and I know he's going to do for us more.
Honorable Nabii exudes a rare passion of being at the heart of matters by involving himself in basic meetings with school heads and teachers, and even regularly takes part in whole-day interactions with students to have a clear view of what is needful of him as he fulfills his promises to his people.
We're very grateful because he comes for the meetings and he's very keen, very keen. He asks questions, and we are grateful so much. And even he's supporting us. When he comes for the meetings, he's encouraging the parents to do their duty, to pay fee also on what the other bursary, because apart from these 45 girls, the other girls who have been given bursary, but he's encouraging the parents, they have to support that bursary. And we are happy with what he's doing for us, because he always comes for the AGM, for the prayer meeting. You only know to give him a call in advance, and he comes. So I just want to say may God bless him so much as he supports the whole of Lugari.
I'm Winslaus Okelo Wanyango, the Deputy Principal, AIC Spande Secondary School. From the CDF, that is the Constituency Development Fund, he was able to give our students, over 60 students, 262,000 for the bursaries. So as a school, we have benefited from the bursaries for this year, and it has really assisted our students when it comes to fees payment, and it has really assisted and boosted our parents. That has kept the students in school without sending them home. So we want to appreciate that.
My name is Joyce Muyanda. I'm the principal of St. Cecilia Girls Secondary School. I really appreciate what the MP is doing in this school. As a patron of the school, he loves the students so much, and he always wants to find out how they are going on. And when he's around, he comes in and talks to the students. He encourages them, and that one has really made the students to be motivated. When I came, he had just brought in a project. Before I came, I found a project of renovation of the dormitory that houses very many students, and we have done that renovation. Apart from the projects, Nabii, our Honorable Member of Parliament, is really concerned about academics, and he has done his best to ensure that he's mentoring some 2 students here that he really wants them to get A's. He comes and talks to them, and recently, in fact, he invited the parents of the 2 girls and talked to them because he saw the potential in those particular students. And apart from those students, he has also enabled the Form 4s, the whole class. He initiated a trip for them, motivational trip to Nabii University, where we got a motivational speaker. He talked to the candidates, encouraged them, and the girls were very excited. And so far, I've seen some improvement through that. The girls are improving, and they have promised that they will do well. The other things that Mheshimiwa has done for the school, he comes and attends board meetings. He comes himself to attend, and he contributes very well in the board meeting and directs the board. And that one, to us, it really makes the school to feel that there's somebody who is caring about the school. The good thing with him, when he comes, he has to visit all the places in the school. He goes to the teachers, the students, he goes to the dorm, and even to the toilets to find out how the school is. And to us, that one is really a humble activity from the MP, because you may find some people, when they come to a school, they'll just come to the office, write in the visitor's book, ask you what you want, and then they leave. But for him, he goes to even the kitchen, so that when he's around, everybody knows that our patron is around, our MP is around, and they really feel appreciated, they really feel cared for. And I know that alone has really motivated the members of this school as a community at large. The MP has also sponsored students in a few schools, full sponsorship, where he's paying for a whole class. Like in Mukuyu, there's a class he's sponsoring. We have Kivaywa, we have Luhoho, and he has promised to sponsor a class for us next year. Come next year, we have a stream just here, Mheshimiwa.
My name is Elaine Sasha. I come from St. Cecilia Girls High School, Mautuma. I'm from Lugari constituency. I'm in Form 1 Blue here at Cecilia Girls High School. For me, I would like thanking the MP, Nabii Daraja, for helping me and my friend here to come to school. Kama ingekuwa yeye, singekuwa hapa saa hii. Amenisaidia, amenisponsor, full sponsorship, amenileta shuleni, na namshukuru kwa hayo. Pia ametusaidia, ametujengea a new science lab, a new dormitory, tunalala vizuri, tunakula vizuri because of him. Namshukuru kwa hayo pia. I'm urging him that he should still help the children out there who are from low backgrounds. Awasaidie ili waweze pia kuja shuleni kupata elimu. Na pia kwa wanafunzi sisi tuna like a promise to him that we will keep reading, tutasoma kwa bidii na tutaendelea na masomo yetu na tutakumshukuru, na sina mengi na ni hayo tu, asanteni.
My name is Wangila Violet, Deputy Principal, Mukuyo Girls. I'm speaking on behalf of the principal, Madam Nifa Okamo, and on behalf of Mukuyo Girls. First, I want to appreciate our area MP, Honorable Nabii for his love, dedication, and continued support towards our school, Mukuyo Girls. Honorable Nabii has sponsored 45 Form 1 girls, and we named that class Lugari class by paying their school fees for the whole year 2023, and he has promised even to continue sponsoring them up to Form 4. That has caused our girls to be in school throughout and has boosted their academic performance. He has promised to expand the sponsorship by increasing the number of sponsored students from 45 to 90.
My name is Michelle Waidera. I'm from Mukuyo Girls Secondary School. I study in Form 1 Lugari. In our class, we are 45 who are sponsored by Mheshimiwa Nabii. And so I just want to thank God for this. When I finished my KCP, I did not even know if I will go to secondary school because I come from a humble background. My mother is a single mother, and in our family, we are 4 children. I'm the firstborn. And so when I finished KCP, my mother was stressed, thinking how she will get money to get me to secondary school. But I thank God I got Savior of my life, who is my destiny connector. And when I finished my KCP, after the KCP came out results, I was even wondering, like, I got good results, but I don't have money to go to secondary school. So what will happen to me? I started thinking, what will happen to my family? Because in my family, my mother didn't go to, she reached Form 2 and dropped out of school. So when we were thinking, like we are sitting, thinking how I will go to secondary school, then Martin came, Martin Kidaha, the field officer of our constituency. She called we were living with my grandma. She called my grandma and told her that your granddaughter has been given amepewa hiyo nafasi ya kuwa kati ya wale ambao watakuwa sponsored by Nabii. I was a little feeling bad, but eventually, because it was not my dream to be in a day school, but I thought God has given me, amenipa nafasi ya kuwa in a secondary school, even if it is not what I wanted, but he has granted me what he wished for me. So I just took it with 2 hands. Then nimekuja hapa nikaona it is a good school and I'm enjoying being here, and I thank God for this time that I've been given, because it is not for everybody. Not everybody is in school now as they wished. And so Nabii, I want to thank you. I don't have a father, and he told us, Nabii told us that he is our father. For those who do not have fathers, he will be our father. So I thank him for being my dad, and I'm proud for him being my dad. And also, I want to pray to God that he grants you a long life and continue helping others who has the same problem, like the one that I had. So in our school, we are good, we are performing, we are trying. My grade that I got in the exam that we did, I got an A-, and I was position 6 out of 120. That is the 2 classes from 1 combined. And in our class, I was position 1 in Form 1 Lugari with an A-. And what I'm promising is that I will do my very best to give him a very good grade, because he has been so good to us. He has sponsored us with all the school fees. So it is, I think God will grant him a long life, and God will bless him more than he even thinks. And we all love him, and we are praying for long life for him, and also we want to see him.
I am Mary Stella Nyukuri, the Deputy Manager, Lugari constituency, in charge of education. I want to start by saying I appreciate our Honorable Nabii Nabwera, a man of passion. Just to mention, Nabii Nabwera, a man who loves education, has taken care of all the orphans in Lugari constituency, right from Bagara up to Mahohoni. He is paying for them fees, free of charge. The children go to school and learn without going back. He set aside 40,000 per child for the orphans. Now, in various schools, we have Luhoho girls, Mukuyu girls, Archbishop Njenga girls. We also have Kivaywa boys. In these schools, he has classes of 45 each, 45 students in each school, where he is also sponsoring them with full payment of school fees. Apart from the secondary schools, Nabii Nabwera has gone down even to the higher levels of education, sponsoring over 200 students, the beginners in the university and the ongoing students. He sometimes even goes right into his pocket and pays for them their upkeep.
Kwa majina naitwa Adelaide Kagea Khatoro. Natoka area ya Lumani, Lumbeni sublocation. Mimi niko na furaha nyingi kulingana jinsi vile mtoto alifanya mtihani. Nikawa sina chochote na nilikuwa na watoto wengine kwa darasa form 3 na form 4, na huyo mtoto anasoma Bishop Njenga, anaitwa Michelle Nafla Khatoro. Na niko na furaha nyingi sana, niko na furaha nyingi zaidi, kwa maana sikuwa na pesa za kulipia huyo mtoto, na nashukuru Mheshimiwa Nabii Nabwera. Amekuwa mwaminifu katika maisha yangu, amekuwa mtetezi mwema. Vile niliona amekuja amechukua mtoto wangu, nilikuwa na furaha nyingi zaidi, nikawa na furaha zaidi, kwa maana nilikuwa nafikiria mtoto wangu atakuhamia tu pale, lakini tangu mimi nianze kusomesha watoto wangu, sikuwahi kuona mtu mwenye upendo, mtu mwenye anajali wajane, mtu mwenye anajali watoto yatima. Amekuwa baba wa huyu mtoto wangu, ameshughulikia mtoto wangu, na hasa leo naona huyu mtoto akitoka shule ako salama, anasoma vizuri.
Naitwa Michelle Nafula, natoka 1F, nasoma shule ya Archbishop Njenga Girls High School. Mimi namshukuru tu mheshimiwa kwa kunilipia school fees. Ameweza kunisaidia hata na hao wengine, sio mimi peke yangu. Mamangu hakuwa na uwezo wa kunisomesha, bali kupitia kwa MP Mheshimiwa Nabii Nabwera ameweza kunilipia school fees, na sitamwaibisha, nitafanya bidii.
Nashukuru Nabii Nabwera. Mungu azidi kumpa uzima, Mungu azidi kumpa nguvu, kama wale wengine wenye wanaona vile Nabii Nabwera anafanya kazi, mkipenda, najua ya kwamba kuna wakati mwingine Nabii Nabwera atataka kura. Mkipenda, mkiangalia kazi yenye Nabii Nabwera anafanya, amefanya kazi ingine yenye hatujawahi ona huku Lugari. Amekuwa baba mwenye huruma, amekuwa baba mzuri, amekuwa baba mwenye upendo. Hata kwa wayatima, anajua ya kwamba mayatima inatakana wasome, wajane inatakana washughulikiwe. Sasa mimi nampa tu huwa Nabii Nabwera, mahali ulipo, Mungu aendelee kukupa uzima, akupe nguvu uzidi kusomesha watu wengine.
We are the 4Gs, the smartest network, academic giants. Thank you, Honorable Nabii Nabwera, for the support. We will not fail you.
Honorable Nabii Nabwera's interest in making a positive impact in education standards within Lugari constituency goes a mile further to organize academic motivations, assessment, and tours for students to help them identify areas of concern for wholesome improvement in academic outcomes of schools in the region.
The second part of an academic village is that it provides a student a platform for mentorship. A number of mentors, qualified mentors, are brought to interact with the students. And we brought in quite very, very seasoned mentors who, after working the students, the reports they give us, now we are able to cascade it to individual schools and even ask those now individual schools to work with the mentors. I'm very proud to announce today that the Catholic Church has come on board. They have admired my mentorship program, and we are going to start working with the Catholic Church to roll out mentorship in almost all the schools in Lugari as a social support system. I have a mentorship of its own kind in Archbishop Njenga, which we now want to roll to all the schools. That the alumni of Archbishop Njenga Girls, under the chair of Pauline Sisa, agreed with me that we need to get the successful former students of Archbishop Njenga, who are vast, and they're all over the world, by the way, to do two things. To assist us mentor their young sisters. Some are actually their daughters. Some, the oldest, the current students are the grandchildren, the oldest member of the alumni. To mentor them into responsible citizens and provide them social support systems. Secondly, that they are successful. So we want them to plow back resources. And as I'm talking to you, I'm working with the alumni to want to put up a dormitory of over 15 million shillings in Archbishop Njenga. We already started raising money from the alumni, and that's a project, our pet project for the school.
My name is David Makoha. I am the principal for Resto SA Secondary School in Lugari Sub-County. I am also the chairman, Kenya Secondary School Heads Association, Lugari chapter. First, immediately after his election, the Member of Parliament did mention and did tell us that his main priority is going to be education. And indeed, this was put to fruition because the very first meeting we had, and that was on 4th of November 2022, we were privileged to host the first education stakeholders meeting here at Foresto, where His Excellency, the Governor of Kakamega, Honorable Fernandez Barasa, was the guest. During that meeting, the Member of Parliament did do an evaluation of the performance of the constituency in academic matters. And we all agreed that all was not well. So that was an occasion the MP used to form the Education Consultative Committee, chaired by Dr. Jalua Murunga. And in that committee, the Kesha fraternity was represented. And I am privileged to be serving as a member of the Education Consultative Committee for the constituency.
I'm Bernard Wamanga, Principal Kivaya Boys High School. Kivaya Boys High School is in Kivaya Ward, and we have an enrollment of 1,645 students. And this enrollment going up is a concerted effort and campaign led by Mheshimiwa. Our MP has been very close to this school. He has given talks to the schools, and we even want to thank him because like this year we had an AGM and he was the guest of honor. He talks to teachers and students and the parents. He has attended the board meetings, and his message has been academic excellence. And apart from the school having problems in discipline, I just want to say that we have really partnered with Mheshimiwa plus other stakeholders. He has brought here motivational speakers, and I want to say that the school, even now, when it comes to discipline, it has improved so much. The students now know what discipline is all about, and because of this, the students are ready to go when it comes to academics, and we want to thank him for that. The confidence that he has brought in the school, the hope that he has brought in this school as an old boy, and he's even mobilizing all the boys. He's mobilizing them so that they come and form the alumni of the school and help the school. We have 47 students in Form 1 this year that Mheshimiwa has initiated sponsorship for them through the CDF. And these students are doing very well. They're the best. Is one of a class that is doing very well in Form 1. And if you take that class of Mheshimiwa that he has really sponsored from very needy parenthood, their mean comes to around 8 points. They are doing at 8.70. That class is a class that has changed even some attitudes in the school. You know, like when they came to Form 1, they were being told chemistry is very hard. And even these other classes, they were being told like that, and they were not doing very well. But with this class, they have broken that negative attitude. They are doing very well in chemistry. That class, the chemistry, the mean is around 8 in that class in chemistry. They are doing well. But if you compare with the initial years, when we reached third term, when it comes to chemistry and maths, their means are always around 6 or 5. But now they are still at 8. It's a good class. I've sat with the parents of these students, the guardians, from where they come from, and they are very grateful for what's happening, because these are boys who will not have even gone to school.
My name is Ibrahim Muresia from Mautuma Ward. First of all, I would like to thank our MP because of the fact that he has brought us. He brought us from humble background that even we on our own we couldn't manage, but he has helped us in fighting against such incidents that we alone we couldn't help. He has helped some of us, around 45 in this school, who couldn't even manage to get our fees to be in such a place where our teachers are of great experience and know how to help our learners with such issues. I thank him for that, and also for helping others. And we, as we are here, we are promising that we'll achieve our main goals here as students. And may God bless him.
Kwa majina naitwa John Crispo, niko katika kidato cha kwanza kaskazini. Ningependa kwanza kumshukuru Nabii mheshimiwa kwa sababu ametusponsor. Tumeingia katika hii shule. Kama si yeye hatungekuwa kwa hii shule. Hata hatukuwa na fees yoyote. Ningependa kumshukuru kwa kazi ile ametufanyia, hata hatujatumwa nyumbani pesa.
My name is Bandovera Edwin Ongacho, the Director of Studies, Kivayo High School. The results of Village 2 actually showed some great improvement as compared to the results of Village 1. As we can see, in Village 1 we had a mean of 2.5. That is all the boys and the girls combined. Then he also sponsored Lugari Mock, where we had a mean of 3.022. And then Village 2 examination, the students overall scored a mean of 5.4. That was actually double. And then we believe, come August, all the students who were sponsored by Mheshimiwa under Village 2, both boys and girls, are targeting a mean of 7. Then we also realized that Mheshimiwa has done actually a lot in terms of just sponsoring some other students with other CDF, especially the CDF part. You know, these are not part of the 50 students from 1, but they are actually part of another program. So they are spread in Form 2, Form 3, and Form 4.
We have hosted academic village. What Mheshimiwa has done for Lugari is that we have boys. We have the best students in every school in Lugari. These best students, we always take 50-50 from every school. Girls, in April, they were hosted at Archbishop Nyenga. Then Kivaya hosted all the boys. Now the first stage of that creaming was in April. And in April we had around 240 students that we hosted. Those were boys. And we invited top-notch speakers to speak to them in every subject. Especially we had chief, those chiefs in terms of those ones who mark at the rank of chiefs in marking. They were coming in school. The chief markers, they were coming and talking to them. We had motivational speakers from universities who came and encouraged them. And the second stage of that creaming was in August. The number increased to 346 students. We hosted the boys here. Education is an equalizer. And for us to go far, we just have to build our academic standards in this place. The Lugari was not doing very well. And any leader worthy his or her salt, that's where you look at. Because we are not doing well. The whole Lugari no air. That is a problem. And that's what Mheshimiwa is doing, and we are happy as principals, as teachers. I think for us, we are doing well. We feel that's where our problems are. Other things are there, but that's where our problems are. We want to say that call upon everybody, despite our differences. What equalizes us, brings us together, is the academics. That's what brings us together. Let's come together, support Mheshimiwa, and let's go. Other things can come later, but education is more important.
One of the strength I have in this education thing is that the chiefs are supporting it 100%. They even tell me things that I don't know. Like they are able to tell me that, look, this approach is being undermined by illicit brew. So I say, okay, what do we do? Then we develop a mechanism on how to fight illicit brew so that we are able to provide a learning environment for children. They are able to tell me that, Mheshimiwa, as much as we've sponsored student job, if we don't have an alternative of how to manage a student, when he comes back home, there's no home to go to. Either the environment is so harsh or is a total orphan. So we say, okay, can we have a foster parents? Or can we make some arrangements? There are students, like 4 of them in Bishop Njenga. As the students have closed, I've persuaded the teachers to remain with the students. I'm working on another structure where we can raise money. Students who have completely difficult conditions remain in school They do some work during that, cleaning the compound, cleaning the classrooms during the holiday, and then they continue their studies rather than they go home. When they come back, some are pregnant, some have been harassed, some have given up. That is the kind of system we are running, and that is why the Catholic Church got so interested in this thing I'm doing, and said, look, can we partner? And we have started discussions.
Beyond primary and secondary schools, Honorable Nabii also looks at the revival and construction of technical and vocational education and training centers that he has given a major boost, with promise to expand the existing ones to cater for skilled learners and improve the workforce and self-employment in the region.
I'm leading a debate, and I want also to invite you to join me in this debate, that I believe that if we have to change the economic status of this country and improve on the output in terms of resources, then we need to introduce all of us to TVET. And in fact, I'm suggesting that instead of taking the students to NOS, as people are suggesting, after grade 12, we need to have a grade 13, which is basically TVET, that all of us are introduced to TVET. So, and then after that, whoever wants to go to university, let him go. You will agree with me that if I found you on the road with your car and it's stuck, you'll be looking for a mechanic. And sometimes it's not something you need a mechanic for. So I'm one of those fellows who believe that TVET would change our lives. And therefore, when I got into Parliament, I started working on operationalizing Chevayua, TTI, which we now call Chevayua Technical and Vocational College, Vocational Center. And I want to thank the PS or TVET, Moria, and the director. They have been very, very supportive. They gave me a principal, a deputy principal. You know, in Kenya today, to start a TVET, you must build a structure of close to 70 million, 60 million, between 60 and 70. But I had my makeshift structures which were there, and they allowed me. We have registered the course. Last week they were licensing the courses there. They went to assess for licensing, and they have posted their instructors. And I want most sincerely to thank KCB Foundation for agreeing to sponsor my first 200 students.
My name is Reverend Patrick Shionga, the principal of Chevayua TTI or TVC. Now, when I came around, I found these 6 classrooms as a one infrastructure around, and a few toilets behind there, and the land. I was shown a title deed for the land, which was supposed to be for 10 acres. Now, I embarked on the advertisement for the recruitment of trainees. And I would like to give my appreciation to the area MP, Honorable Nabii Nabuera, whom I found as the MP of Lugari constituency. I'm sure the chair talked about the other regime, but when I came in, it was during the era of Nabii Nabuera, who gave us a lot of support. I've had to move with him around in whichever place he has had. He has had to give me a platform to inform the public about the existence of the TTI. As a result of that, trainees came in, and so far, as per Friday last week, we had 306 trainees. We offer a number of courses, and the courses we're offering that are under the seedbed program. Now, the purely technical courses.
Kwa majina ni Silas Andalo Haega. Natoka Chevayua Ward. Mimi ni mwanafunzi ambaye nilimaliza chuo Nilimaliza masomo yangu ya kidato cha 4 mwaka wa 2020, na nimekuwa tu nikikaa nyumbani, lakini nataka kushukuru Mheshimiwa Nabii na Bwera kwa kufungua hii chuo hiki hapa. Ni tunaona tulikuwa tumeanza kujiingiza kwa miadarati, lakini nashukuru Mheshimiwa kwa sababu ametuletea yenye tunaweza pata masomo yetu ya kujiendeleza baadaye kimaisha. Mimi ni mmoja wao ambao nashukuru Mheshimiwa kwa kuchagua wale wasiojiweza juu mimi niko na mzazi mmoja, na nimefaidika juu nimechaguliwa kwa wale wanafunzi 200 ambao Mheshimiwa alichukua. Nashukuru Mheshimiwa juu mimi ndasoma kwa bidii. Hata majumba zenye zinaenda kujengwa hapa nachukulia ufundi wa maji. Natumai ndakuwa hapo kwa wale watakuwa wafundi wa maji kwa hizo majumba. Nataka nirudishie Mheshimiwa shukrani kwa sababu hata uko nyumbani nilikuwa nimekaa tu, lakini sasa nafaidika. Nakuja nasomeshwa, ingawaje walimu ni wachache, lakini Mheshimiwa amejaribu jinsi anaweza tuletea walimu.
Majina yangu ni Sara Nelima. Mimi ni mama, mimi ni mzazi. Nimejiunga katika hii chuo ya Chevaiwa. Hasa sana najulikana kama mama yao. Mimi langu ni kuambia Mheshimiwa Nabii na Bwera asante sana. Kile roho ambayo uko nayo ukaamua kutufungulia hii chuo. Mimi kama mama nilikuwa nimekaa nyumbani, nilikuwa naona hata sina future, lakini wakati ulileta hii TVC hapa ninaona kana kwamba future yangu itaonekana. Mimi kama mama langu ni kuhimiza wamama wenzangu ambao mmekaa nyumbani, mume lose hope, usi lose hope, ingia TVC Chevaiwa, utaweza kupata kile ambacho kinaweza kuendeleza maisha yako. Mimi nachukulia kozi ya food and beverage, mapishi. Kukuja hapa sijakuja ni kwamba niajiriwe mahali, lakini nimekuja kupata ujuzi ambao nitauendeleza huko vijijini. Mheshimiwa Nabii na Bwera langu ni kukuomba kana kwamba lija hata sikuchakulia kwa wale 100, lakini nina imani kana kwamba ile roho ambayo ulikuwa nayo kuwaona wale 100 hata mimi pia wanaenda kuchakuliwa nitakuwa ndani mwao. Hapa ambapo tuko wanafunzi wengi, nina imani kana kwamba unaenda kutuongezea, utuchengee mataraza mengine na hii shule yetu itaweza kuendelea mbele.
Our vision is Chevaiwa TTI to grow into a very big institution within a very short time. With the help of the MP, we have been assured that beginning next year, we are going to begin the construction of the story building that the government has. Already told us he's been assured of 26 million that will set us going. And so with that one in mind, I'm sure when the story building comes up, it will now show probably this at TTI. Therefore, I'm saying within 2 years' time, we should be having almost or over 3,000 trainees. That's our vision, and with a wider curriculum. Besides that, we also envisage co-curriculum activities. Already our trainees are so much excited. They would like to start playing. You can see we have a field. They have come in, they have had makeshift fields. And on Friday, Mheshimiwa promised us that he's going to give us around 6 footballs to begin with, and nets. Volleyball, netball, for that. Already we have trainers, like our dean of students is a man of sports and recreation. He is already coming fully, and our trainees are excited about it. So besides the training, the skills they're acquiring, we also are going to major also in co-curriculum activities.
All people who have all manner of skills that have not been certificated should go to Chevaiwa. They'll be certified. They will go through some tutoring and all that. And I also want to appeal to Kenyans that they should come and see what we are doing in Chevaiwa. You know, what I agreed with the principal and the instructors is that I have a lot of construction sites, for example. Those students who are doing building and construction should just go to those construction sites and learn from there. And very little tutorial classroom work. My great thanks is to the ministry. They just communicated to me 2 weeks ago that they are giving me 26 million to start building a proper institution, whereas we move forward.
Road infrastructure has got new life within Lugari constituency, with the area MP grading the dire ones as he partners with the county government of Kakamega to improve this important infrastructure in the area.
Maendeleo ina adhari yake. Ukitaka kuleta maendeleo kwa area lazima ukubali uache barabara ipite. Uache mahali ya stima kupita. Uache mahali ya kujenga shule. Hiyo ndio maendeleo. Lakini ingine tutakuwa tunadanganyana. Na tukiingiza siasa kwa kila kitu hatutaenda mbele sisi. Wengine wataenda mbele na sisi tunabaki wapi? Kwa hivyo watu wa area hii, Aziza ni chief, uniambie siku ile mnafanya public participation tukuje tukubaliane vile tutafungua njia ya nini. Tunalima hii barabara kuanzia leo. Tunataka ipitike vizuri mpaka huko Mungu. Na tunataka kuifinya vizuri. Lakini kama hatutengenezei mahali ya maji kupita, itaharibika tu tena kesho. Sina maana hiyo? We were able to do a number of roads. We did the road from Makutano, Mahiga, Spande, did it very well. Up to now, even after the rains, it is still passable. Then we did the road from Luandeti to Lugari, again, very well. It is still passable, very nice. That road had been a nightmare. Then we did the road from Munge, St. Cecilia Girls to Mbogo. Again, that one is done pretty well. Then we did the road from Lumama ECD all the way to Lumakanda Township, very well done. And then we did the road from Luandeti, Nzoia DB, Masasudi, then a diversion to Nzoia Junction, very well, still passable up to now. Then we did the road from Musembe, Konambaya to Chekalini, challenge. That one the contractor has issues. Then we did a road, very well done, I think it's the best done, from Stendikisa to Manyonyi Junction. And then we did a road from Lumama, Lugari Secondary through Mufutu. Again, very well done.
Markets and small towns within the constituency are also in the list of beneficiaries of the collective plan of Honorable Nabii as he seeks to improve the working environments of traders and the livelihoods of the Lugari constituency people.
I had to look for a productive way of going around this issue of security. So I sat down with the regional relationship manager for KCB, Cedric, and the KCB MD Kenya, Anastasia Kimtai. And they looked at my proposal and they agreed that we can have loans for chamas in the market. So the mamas, there was this, the young people in the markets doing business are formed into chamas. Now, the guarantor is the chama. So you guarantee me, I guarantee you get the money. So I police you. For you loan, can you continue paying as you also police me as we do business? But they said, then we asked ourselves, but if the environment is not good, will it attract even the people? They said no. So we agreed that they will come and improve the facilities. We provide sanitation, bins, sheds, those kind of things.
Hao viongozi wameweza kuhakikisha wamama wa hii soko wanataka kupewa mikopo na KCB kwa reti ya chini ambayo wataweza kulipa. Hata saa hizi ninapoongea hivi niko naelekea KCB Bank Webuye kwenda kuwashughulikia kuhusu mikopo yao. Kufikia kesho ama Jumatatu, wafanyabiashara aidha watu 10 watakuwa wamepewa pesa. Na mheshimiwa ameongea akisema hizo pesa si za kukula, hizo pesa ni za kufanya biashara na ni pesa ya wenyewe. Kwa hivyo ikiwa utaweza kulinda hii pesa, ukirudi huko unaweza pewa zaidi ya mara 3. Nashukuru mheshimiwa Nabii sana na mheshimiwa Mulama Bokanda jinsi wanavyoshughulikia watu wa lugari na pia watu wa soko, jinsi ambavyo wameweza kuwatafutia wadhamini. Ile kitu nitaomba tu wa mama wa Lumakanda Market, lazima tuwe na bidii ya kutosha ili tuweze kusomesha na kuweza kulinda maisha yetu.
I represent people. I'm not going to sit there and wait for the county government if I have an opportunity to improve them. And that is why I had to persuade the PS for housing, Hinga, and he has given me a market at Chekadino of 40 million. Because I want to improve the livelihood.
Western Kenya, the home of sugarcane farming and sugar milling, has been faced with decades of economic challenges concerning this important commodity. Honorable Nabii has initiated alternative approach in rescuing his people from poverty resulting from losses in sugarcane farming.
The Luhya community dependence on sugarcane has made them the poorest in this country today. If we went and looked at the Zoya belt, Mumias belt, and now the Butali belt, West Kenya belt, you will find very desolate people, very young people looking very old, because they invested in sugarcane and reaped zero. They are in deficit. Now, what am I doing about it? As a member of parliament who grew up in that area and have seen what sugarcane can do, I've been on the forefront of ensuring we have a legal regime that will ensure profitability of the farmer, and which we are still fighting at Parliament. We are waiting to see the outcome of Senate, then we move on. But secondly, I am speaking to the farmers, mobilizing them to look at alternative crops and alternative agricultural activities. I believe of dairy, and I am a dairy farmer myself, doing zero grazing with over a herd of 40 animals. And I believe, in fact, I want to breed for my own farmers if they want to buy. I believe that dairy would change the livelihood of my people. So I want, as they do cane, somebody has a great animal. If you may recall, just before I went into politics in 2022, I had been a chief officer of livestock fisheries in the county government, and I was doing nothing. I was actually asked by Governor Oparanya to go and reorganize that sector, and I had developed a program which I'm still pushing Governor Baraza to ensure is implemented, that we do dairy in a cooperative form. The cooperative be the facilitator of animal feed and also be the one taking in the milk. Then they auction the milk to the highest bidder. The farmer makes his money. And I'm speaking to the county government, they need to introduce avocados. I'm on a campaign to have a maize processing plant, but I want it to be turned to do both meal for people and animal feed. And therefore, I would be advocating for increased acreage in maize, farmers planting maize. That would help. We need to move away from rain-fed agriculture to irrigation. We have enough water. We can, including harvesting rain and using it so that we are producing throughout the year. We are not limited to a season. We are not limited to a season. And we can do many things. You can do cereals and vegetables, Lugari can do very well both Irish and sweet potatoes. Lugari does very well beans, cowpeas, sunflower, which is animal feed and can be produced for oil, production of oil. So it's a question of the county government and a national government working together in this sector. I have my own very, very interesting ideas about agriculture, but I'm sorting out my immediate things, which is education, roads, water, electricity. And then I will be, God willing, giving me health and giving me another term, which I'm certainly sure I'll get if things go the way I plan. I will invest my ideas in agriculture.
The area MP is also drilling boreholes to supply water to communities within Lugari constituency, thus improve their productivity.
I spoke to the Minister of Water and told them that I have a township called Makutano. Makutano is a very interesting township. It's almost is the last one as you are getting into Bungoma, Tongoreni, if you are coming from Tarbo, but very productive. The amount of money on that small market, the kind of businesses there, requires a lot of support so that it can grow into a big. So, and it is on the border of Lugari Ward and Mautuma Ward. Then, 300 meters away, you will be in crossing River Nzoia to Bukoba. Around there, in Lugari Ward, you have two schools, Savala Primary, Savala Secondary, next to the market. Actually, they are neighbors of the market. On this other side, you have, I call it Mukuyu integrated schools, because you have Mukuyu girls, you have Mukuyu primary, and you have Mukuyu special school. So I told the Minister of Water, can you try my idea of what I call comprehensive access to water using a seamless water system? So we are putting up a borehole, big borehole capacity, then putting up to be able to service Mukuyu integrated schools, Makutano Market, Savala Primary, Savala Secondary. My estimation is that it will serve 5,000 people.
Through the NGCDF Lugari constituency, the Member of Parliament is helping build administration blocks and other amenities for national government administrative officers to improve their crucial services for the citizens in this region.
A chief, if he doesn't have a place to sit, people will not access him. And if they go to his house, the likelihood of a bribe coming in is tempting. Naenda aje kwa chief, I must go with some chicken, I must go with... So keep them in offices. Let people access them.
Upande wa security, Nabii na Bwera pia yuko pamoja na sisi, of which tulipangilia na yeye kwamba ofisi yangu already iko condemned na public health, na ninaomba sana kwa sababu alinihakikishia mwaka kesho kwa kulingana na mipangilio yake atanijengea ofisi mpya, na ni ofisi ambayo itakuwa ni ofisi ya kisasa ambayo ita accommodate mpaka ACC wetu, kwa sababu tulipopata division tunahitaji pia akuwe na ofisi hapa Majengo. Vile vile amekuwa muungwana kwa sababu Chekalini chief anajengewa ofisi kutoka kwa ofisi yake ya CDF. Vile vile chief wa Mautuma amejengewa ofisi, na kuna zingine zimepangiliwa za assistant chiefs na chiefs, na vile vile anajaribu iwezekanavyo kufuatilia PI plots ambazo ziko within area ya Lugari, so that pia government inaweza fanya investment kwa ajili ya kujenga ofisi ama kufanya maendeleo ambayo yatasaidia wananchi wa hapa. So amekuwa ni mheshimiwa ambaye anasikika kila mahali, ni mheshimiwa ambaye uwe na matanga anapeana msaada wake, uwe na matatizo yoyote ile, tunashukuru kwa kazi ambayo anafanya.
Despite the vastness of this great constituency in Kakamega County, a section of its constituents have been squatters, prompting the Member of Parliament to have this addressed by organizing meetings from representatives of the squatters with the leadership of the country.
Kwa majina, mimi naitwa Justus Mlati Wasike, Secretary wa Squatters Lugari. Na ningelipenda kusema hivi, Mheshimiwa Nabii tumeanza na yeye hii kazi na tunaona anatuelekeza vizuri sana. Tumeona vile mambo ya skimu yetu ilikuwa imekwama, sasa imeamuka inasonga vizuri. Na pia alitupeleka kwa bunge ya Senate juzi, na kweli tuliwasilisha mambo yetu, tuliongea vizuri sana na Senate ikatupokea. Alafu wakasema watakuja pande hii. Tarehe 26 mwezi ulioku Septemba walituma kamati, ilitoka Nairobi ikakuja. Mimi ndio nilikuwa mmoja wao ya wasee wale walikuwa Nairobi, nikawakilisha hawa wasee, tukasunguka na hawa vile mheshimiwa alikuwa ametumana, na walikuwa watu ya forest na watu ya NEMA na watu kutoka kwa Senate. Ndio tulitembea nao siku hiyo wote, alafu wakasunguka wakaona kila kitu, wakapika mapicha. Sasa hapo mimi nashukuru mheshimiwa anaendelea vizuri sana kwa kazi yake. Aendelee hivyo mpaka tuje hii shamba vile iko ipatikane kwa njia, watu yote wawe balance na yeye, wawe satisfied, wajue kwamba Nabii amewasaidia kuona mwangaza, kwa sababu tumekaa muda tangu tupewe hii shamba 96, lakini mpaka saa hiyo na title pato tuko kwa forest. Sasa ile njia anaenda hiyo tunaunga mkono atutolee shamba wa forest.
I have quite a big number of squatters living in a place called Mautuma Central Scheme. Mautuma Central Scheme is a scheme that in quotes was created by President Moi in 1992, but the land was never exorcised from forest. So we are in the process. I've been with them to Senate. I'm following it up so that we are able to exercise it from forest. It's actually at Parliament level. Then surveyors can go and demarcate and give people titles so that they can be able to be productive on their farms. Yes.
On recreation and sports, Honorable Nabii Nabwera plans to expand and patron various sporting activities targeting youths in schools.
Naitwa Yakoba Shenga, Chairman of FKF Lugari sub-branch. Napongeza sana Mheshimiwa Nabii Nabwera kwa regime yenye ilikuwa ya kwanza tulikuwa na shida sana hii Lugari. Sasa at least tumepata tuko na uwanja, upande wa sports ameimarika sana. So far tangu tupate mambo na mjumbe Lugari ndio tumepata mjumbe ambaye anapenda sports. Number 1 last year akatalingia tu tukawa na tournament ya CDF. At least kila timu ilikuwa inakapewa kitu, ikapewa balls, alafu zingine zikapewa boots zile zilikuwa winners. So saa hii tena anapanga kwamba teams pia zitakuwa mambo na sports zitakuwa around hii, na tournament inaanza mwezi wa 11 mwisho, na tuko sure kwa sababu ni mtu mwenye anapenda sports, hizo games zitakuwa mzuri, then the winners pia watapata kitu safi.
We developing sport and by the way, the current national captain for KCB volleyball women is from my constituency. In prisons, I have like three players. But when they came to play against my team, we beat them. So what I've decided, that I'm not going to feed volleyball, I'm not going to feed national teams again. I'm taking my own team to the league, starting January.
His weekly presence in his constituency is what has earned him Day Scholar nickname amongst his parliamentary colleagues, boosts his public participation and servant leadership in his constituency.
I need to mobilize these people to understand what I'm doing. One. Number two is that for me to understand the challenges, I must meet them daily. I am also working on what I believe should be servant leadership, attitude of the people. You must be accessible. If you want to change people's attitude, they must be able to access you. They elected me to serve them, so I must be available to them. In fact, as you see me, my ticket is in the pocket.
Honorable Nabii Nabwera has an honest vow and interest in the boy child, who he has noted has been neglected and poses a threat to the strides made that seems to address societal challenges. He is keen in gathering the idle male youth and getting them to school and vocational training institutions in order to shape them for a better society in future, even as he calls for Lugari constituents to play their part in improving their esteemed constituency.
I have an issue about the boy child in my constituency. Actually, both secondary and primary have more girls in school than boys. In fact, in one of the mixed schools, I was shocked. Out of 700, 457 are girls. He is accepting that somesha wasichana tuwache wavulana. There would be no peace in that community, because this will become robbers.
His call to his people is to work alongside him as they strive to make Lugari constituency better for them and generations to come.
Yeah, my issues are basic. The first one is that we must, first of all, as a people of Lugari, agree that we have challenges. And secondly, that to surmount these challenges, we must do things differently, not the way we did them in the past. Then the third thing is that we must then prioritize which areas do we want to deal with. And I want to agree with them that education comes first, roads come second, then we do electricity, we do water, and others. The issue of youth employment is as complex as the nation seats, and that is why I had to look for partners. That's why I needed to operationalize the TTI. That's why I'm working with the Ministry of ICT to give me free Wi-Fi in various centers to enable us capacitate our youth for employment. Number two, especially those who have children in school, can they play the parental role? It is one thing to have a child and take the child to school. It's one thing to play a responsible role as a parent in that school. So I would like the parents to play their role. As government, as leadership, we play our role. And finally, for my people, let's fight illicit brew and drugs in our society.